Thanks for joining us. And today we're going to talk about Kriya Yoga and karma. So the Sanskrit word karma means action. And in a yogic context, especially in Kriya Yoga, this is connected with the idea of past actions affecting current circumstances. And this is also connected to the idea about rebirth or reincarnation. Now in Kriya Yoga, some people have used the idea of karma and connected that with the actual practice of Kriya Yoga. And there's a term in Sanskrit called samskara, which means karmic seed. And so in some Kriya Yoga schools, they have talked about Kriya Yoga as burning up samskaras, burning up the karmic seeds. And Yogananda, who was a Kriya Yoga teacher, and Yogananda's idea was that one needed 1 million years of regular human experience to burn up the karma so that when one was free, one could become realized then. And so his idea went that you could do 1 million kriyas as an alternative to living 1 million years over successive lifetimes. And by doing those 1 million kriyas, you would burn up all your karma and you would be free. And so there are many Kriya yogis that strive to get to this level of 1 million kriyas to clear their karma, their bank of karma, so that they will be free. There have some folks who have actually completed those 1 million kriyas, one of them being Kriyananda, who was a student of Yogananda and established the Ananda school of Kriya Yoga. And it seems like that he did not feel that he was successful in his quest for that self-realization through 1 million kriyas. But does Kriya Yoga itself actually burn up karmic seeds? Does it actually affect our karma? Well, it really depends on the way that one does Kriya. The primary mechanism in Kriya Yoga is Kriya Pranayama. This is a form of intentional breathing, and it brings us into a state of pratyahara, internalization. When one starts to get into an internalized state, it's much easier to meditate. But there are some particular habits that have crept up in Kriya Yoga schools that affect the way that one may process these samskaras. And so some folks have claimed that the Kriya Pranayama itself actually burns up karmic seeds, these samskaras. But what are the samskaras? Are they metaphysical seeds that are lodged in the chakras that through some kind of force of the Kriya Pranayama gets dissolved? Do they exist in an energetic dimension like the astral plane, and then through the force of Kriya Pranayama these seeds are destroyed? Or are these samskaras something that conditions us to act in a certain way, that condition our thoughts and reactions to the present? And so some Kriya Yoga schools do certain kinds of practices which were not taught by Lahiri Baba, and they lead to a situation where one is suppressing these karmic seeds or karmic impressions from manifesting. They're concentrating too hard in their Kriya Yoga practice, and as a result, suppressing the karmic impressions. What you actually want to do is to open up your sense of inner space. And this usually unfolds when one is in a state of paravasta. Paravasta is the after effect poised state of Kriya. It happens after one has done the Kriya Pranayama and associated practices, for example, like the Yoni Mudra. And one is relaxed and open. And one starts to feel feelings in the body, right? You start to go through these states of absorption. And you open your awareness up. And as a result, you may have these manifestations of the karmic impressions appearing in your consciousness, usually as thoughts or feelings. If one tries to pinpointedly concentrate to suppress the arising of those karmic impressions, they're going to be suppressed. They're not going to be cleared out. In a way, the analogy, like if you have a beach ball and you're in the ocean and you push the beach ball below the water, you're suppressing the karmic seed, you're suppressing the karmic impression. And once you remove your concentration from it, pushing it down, it's going to fly back up. So this is a very common experience for many yogis where their practice will suppress the karmic impressions, and outside their practice, these impressions will come up with renewed force in the form of habits, reactions and so on. So when one is concentrating in a pinpoint way in Kriya Yoga through particular practices like focusing at the point between the eyebrows or trying to make the mind completely blank or still, you're in effect suppressing those karmic impressions and not allowing them to be processed. What you actually want to do, as I said, is to open up your inner space. So if you're using Shambhavi Mudra and sitting calmly in Paravasta, and you're aware of what's happening in the body as you transition into a deeper and deeper state of absorption, you want to open up your awareness. And as things come up in you, as feelings, thoughts, and so on come up in you that pull you away from your meditation, instead of suppressing them, you just want to acknowledge them and let them go, and then return back to the object of your meditation. What that does is it actually allows the karmic impressions, the samskaras, to arise and allows you to let go of the attachment to them. And they start to lose their force. They may come again another time, but they're not as strong. And you let them go, relax, and return back to the object of your meditation. This is a process of purification. It's a process of purifying your karma. But if you're concentrating too hard in Kriya Yoga, and you're feeling all this energy moving through and it feels great, you're feeling this euphoria that's coming up and you're absorbed and you're feeling bliss and all these things, and you're clinging too tightly to your meditation feelings and not opening up the space to allow other things to manifest within that meditation realm, you are suppressing the impressions and you're not developing. You're getting a temporary high in meditation, but you're not doing the required work to process these karmic impressions, to process these hindrances that arise in your meditation and in your daily life. What you want to do by releasing your attachment to these impressions, over time you recondition your mind. You recondition those formations, those samskaras, so then it affects the whole process of your experience, and you start to get more and more free in your meditation and in your daily life. You start to let go of the fetters that hold you back. You start to lose the sense of habitual reactions to the present and actually live in the moment and respond in a spontaneous way that is not preconditioned, because you're eroding the negative karma. You're eroding the impressions that drive you to react in daily life. It frees you from many, many fetters, right? It cleans out your negative karma, if you will. You're reconditioning yourself. And it leads you to go into deeper and deeper aspects of meditation. So if you're following a Kriya Yoga path and you've bought into the idea about burning up karma with Kriya Yoga, I urge you to rethink about how you're doing some of those practices. Do you allow enough space within your meditation for those karmic seeds to come up so that you can let go of your attachment to them, so that you can become free of them? Right? If you're not doing that, that may be one of the reasons why you're not progressing in the way that you want to within your own sadhana. So if you have any questions about this video, feel free to send me an email at info@modernkriya.com. Also check our website at modernkriya.com and our YouTube channel. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.